Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and I am a third-year nursing student. For my ethics class, I have created this presentation to help bring an end to the stigma and discrimination that many people with problematic substance use face in their everyday lives. As a nursing student, I have witnessed members of our community face stigma either directly or indirectly when accessing healthcare services. For this reason, this presentation is also intended for all healthcare members working with this priority population. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. So first, I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge that Douglas College, where we live, learn, work, and play, is located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples of the Kakite and Coquitlam First Nations. So to review the learning agenda for today, this afternoon I will discuss the stigma associated with substance use, as well as a couple of attainable actions that can make a big difference in a small way. I will further describe how these actions will work, along with the specific changes the actions will foster, and how it will improve the issue of stigma associated with substance use. So first, it is important to understand what substance use can look like. According to the Canadian Mental Health Association, 1 in 5 people, which is also equivalent to over 6.5 million Canadians, will experience either a mental illness or substance use problem in their lifetime. There are many reasons for substance use. One reason may be to alter your mood, thoughts, and awareness. Another could be for social, emotional, or spiritual reasons, such as attending social gatherings, parties, or traditional ceremonies. But substance use can also be used to manage physical or psychological pain one may be enduring as a means of escape. Substance use disorders can affect people of all ages, education and income levels, religions, and cultures. So realistically, it can happen to anyone. When there is substance use, there is often political, economic, and social factors contributing to these negative outcomes. Substance use can have positive, neutral, or negative outcomes for individuals. For example, an individual may have positive experiences with one type of substance while experiencing harm from another substance. Alcohol, tobacco, certain medications, and illegal drugs such as cannabis, heroin, and cocaine are classified as psychoactive substances, meaning they alter mood or consciousness. So taking a look here at Figure 1, the use of psychoactive substances falls on a spectrum. This spectrum ranges from beneficial to non-problematic to problematic and dependent use. Beneficial use has positive outcomes for the individual. However, looking farther down the spectrum, the individual's use increases, becoming problematic to dependent, ultimately resulting in negative outcomes. A study by Van Buckel et al. Found that healthcare providers have low levels of knowledge around substance use disorders, and they report feeling a lack of specific knowledge when caring for this priority population, which inevitably creates a level of bias and formation of assumptions. Healthcare providers have a strong potential to impact how people with substance use disorders are treated, and thereby how they recover. Ultimately, this affects the person's ability to reach out for help, relating to the fear and judgment that they may face. There are 2 attainable actions I plan to take by the end of this semester to help bring an end to the stigma this population commonly faces. The first action is to use person-first language, and the second is to learn from others. So, what does person-first language look like? Person-first language focuses on the individual. It avoids negative associations as well as blame and addresses everyone in a productive and respectful manner. Person-first language presents that the person has a problem rather than the person being the problem. In 2020, the BCCDC developed a language guide and provided some examples of what person-first language looks like. From this language guide, I will incorporate the recommended person-first language into my everyday vocabulary. I can also recommend this resource to others. Labels such as drug addict, user, and abuse are stigmatizing as well as demeaning. For example, instead of using drug addict, you would say person who uses substances, as it emphasizes on their humanity. Person-first language is also a form of trauma-informed practice, as it creates a safer environment for healthcare providers and community members. The BCCDC states that achievement of health equity means that all people can reach their full health potential and should not be disadvantaged from attaining it because of their race, ethnicity, religion, gender, age, sex, social class, social economic status, or other socially determined circumstance. This action will foster inclusivity to persons who use substances regularly, in hopes to achieve health equity for all. My second action is to read and learn from others through shared personal stories. Through the link that is provided here on the slide, personal stories related to substance use have been adapted from an award-winning magazine called Visions. Here to Help BC states that personal stories help us to find hope and common ground and give us new perspectives, ideas, or approaches to consider. No matter where we are when we tell our stories, either contemplating help, receiving treatment, or support, reflecting on past experiences, we can learn so much from each other. This action helps people to be heard as they are able to share their lived experience with the world. Readers also have the potential to address any differences that may be preventing the population from taking part in their community. These differences are commonly a result of the social determinants of health, which is the complex interactions among social, economic, and environmental factors and conditions that have the most profound impact on health. Addressing the social determinants of health is what will allow us to take an upstream approach with this priority population. So in summary of this presentation, I now hope the viewers of this video understand what substance use looks like and its associated stigma, as well are able to describe actions to help bring an end to this stigma. I hope for you to have an understanding of how these actions will work and the specific changes the actions will foster to improve the issue. Thank you for watching.